Galactus, the devourer of worlds. A being as old as the universe itself. He has many feats and showings that place him amongst one of the strongest within the Marvel Universe. He has been able to hold his own against beings such as Odin, Mephisto, Tyrant, and even the Celestials. But most people have this misconception that Galactus is only a planetary being because he eats planets, right? Well, we're going to prove that wrong. We're going to prove that Galactus is a lot more powerful than people give him credit for. That he's possibly one of the strongest within the Marvel Universe, and he can also be ranked amongst beings such as Eternity or Living Tribunal, with a stronger form, I would say. But without the way, let's just see how powerful Galactus truly is. Let's go.
Got a fire for a heart, I'm not scared of a dark. You never seen it look so easy. Got a river for the soul, and baby you're a boat. Baby you're my only reason. If I didn't have you there would be nothing left. The cell of a man who could never be his best. If I didn't have you would never see the sun. You taught me how to be someone, yeah. All my life stood by me, but no one else was ever behind me.
Now before we get into Galactus' power, let's just touch up on who Galactus is, just for a recap. Now Galactus was born by the name of Galen on the planet known as Ta, before the universe was even a thing. Or his universe was destroyed and made into a new one. Anyway, he was a scientist on the planet Ta, and he, along with other scientists, were fated to live the last days of his universe from being destroyed. Just when it was entering the final stages of the Big Crunch, or Big Bang, he decided to pilot his ship along with his fellow scientists into the Big Crunch to go out with a blaze of glory. Although his other crew members were destroyed, he survived. When he was destroyed, he was found to be pure energy, pure cosmic energy, and soon he manifested himself into a suitable suit for him to have his energy contained, and that is how we have Galactus. But the outcome of this is that Galactus also has this thing where he has to eat worlds to satiate his hunger. If not, he will starve or die. So he must go from world to world, devouring their worlds, their energy of this planet, and satiating his hunger. Galactus is a primal factor for the universe. He is what we know as the balance to keep things all at bay. Because later on it was explained that the Celestials plant celestial seeds inside of planets, and to keep the Celestials from overrunning the universe, Galactus has to devour these worlds which possibly has celestial seeds within them, keeping the celestial population at minimum. Now many of you may know this already, but Galactus has also made heralds to make it a lot easier for him to find worlds instead of him going out searching for himself. Think of it as his little minions to find him worlds for him to be satiated. One of these noble heralds that you all may know about is the Silver Surfer, which he was going to destroy his world known as Zenla, and Galactus went to this world to devour it, but Surfer made him an offer: if I become your herald, or I'll become your servant, please do not destroy my world. And Galactus agreed to this, so he made Silver Surfer as we know today, or Norman Rad turned to the Silver Surfer. You get the idea. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into how powerful Galactus is. Now people like to say Galactus is planetary, but let's show feats that are above planetary. For starters, let's start with solar system to multi-solar. Now I'm pretty sure everyone knows the big green bug named Annihilation during the Annihilation event. A really good story, you should all go read it. But anyway, Annihilation's whole plan was to destroy the main 616 universe by using a bomb, and guess who that bomb was? Galactus, right? He was going to harness the power of Galactus to destroy the main 616 universe, so that he won't have to worry about living in the negative zone, which is the opposite universe, antimatter, right? So anyway, the way he accomplished this by accompanying Thanos to hire or get the assistance from the primordial gods, who was Agent Tenebrous. Now Agent Tenebrous fought against Galactus and defeated him along with the Silver Surfer, and in doing so, Annihilation was going to harness this power and destroy the main 616 universe. Now eventually Annihilation's planet wasn't succeeded, and Galactus is broke free. That's where you get this famous scene where Annihilus know me and no fear. So with this, Galactus was broken free, and in the process not only destroyed the entire Annihilation wave, but in the process destroyed 3 star systems. So it's already multi-solar. Keep in mind that Galactus, you could say Galactus was weakened during this event because Annihilus kept rarely feeding him just to make him satisfied. Think of it like this: Annihilus was making Galactus his slave, so he could fuel his weapon, right? So Annihilus gave Galactus a little bit of fuel just to keep him satiated, so that he won't be, pass out or die. Just to keep him enough on his feet. So yeah, Annihilus is a total jerk. If that doesn't convince you, let's keep going up the scaling a little bit. Tyrant is a powerful being created by Galactus to be his herald, but eventually Tyrant revolted and rebelled against Galactus. When Galactus and Tyrant had their confrontation, it was an immense fight. They were destroying galaxies and destroying everything within their path. And Tyrant is no pushover either. He's easily been able to take down beings such as Gladiator, Beta Ray Bill, Tyrax, and the Silver Surfer in combat during his publication. Not only that, he's been able to destroy galaxies and make them increase his own vast empire. But when he fought against Galactus, eventually their fight was so immense, Galactus eventually prevailed over him. But Tyrant did give him a tough fight. Mephisto is a powerful demon. He could be comparable to other Skyfires such as Odin and Zeus. When Mephisto fought against Galactus in his own realm, they were destroying galaxies and they were threatening to destroy the main Marvel universe. This could easily be scaled to be multi-galaxy. They're easily low multiversal, since there are numerous realms within the Marvel universe that could have been destroyed, such as Asgard, Niflheim, Sniflheim, Dormammu's realm, Nightmare's realm, and Mephisto's realm. And considering the other realms within them, they could all be universe in size, and also the 9 realms having their own space-time continuums, you could count that to be low multiversal. For a low ball. And Galactus was able to overpower Mephisto even in his own realm. Heck, he was only even going to devour Mephisto's own realm. And Mephisto was like, you know what, get your heralds and get the heck out of here. You could easily say it to be low multiversal. Even Galactus is even able to fight on par against Odin and even defeat Odin. Even though they seemingly stalemated and knocked each other out, Galactus got up and seemed to be justified in proving that he was still above a Skyfather. And Odin has shown several times to be shown low multiversal to even mid-multiversal feats, time and time again. For starters, during this battle with Seth, they were destroying galaxies, they were defending all planes of existence, and they were tearing at the very fabric of the Marvel Multiverse. Keep in mind that this was a weakened Odin and amped Seth, and the reason Odin was weakened because he was thinking more like a mortal, and not being at the normal level of his power, so he was limiting himself mentally. Odin in this battle with Surtur were in their class of just shaking the entire world tree, which houses 9 realms, or well 10 realms right now. So at least low multiversal to multiversal. In the battle against the angels, fighting the war against heaven, Odin sealed off the realm of heaven into a small universe-sized prison, and he disconnected the realm of heaven from the world tree. Odin also nullified a fire that was going to destroy the world tree. And yeah, fire spreads over time and it was going to destroy the world tree. And the world tree has been described to have a possible infinite number of universes within it. You could say that this would be a mid-multiversal feat for Odin. So Odin would at least be low multiversal to mid-multiversal, or for Lane's term, multiversal plus, scaling off of that. And Galactus has fought on par against Odin and defeated him, so you can scale him off of Odin's feats. Even a starving Galactus is able to bukkake old King Thor, who has been stated to have the Odin Force a lot longer than his father, which would be implied he's a lot more powerful than Odin. And Galactus fought and defeated old King Thor in old King Thor's base, before he acquired the Necro Sword. So Galactus would easily be scaled to be low multiversal to mid multiversal, scaling off of this. And you could say that Galactus performed his feats when he was like either starving or decently fed. You can also scale Galactus to lower no-name Celestials, which you can scale no-name Celestials to 5 to 6D, scaling off of Cubic and Cosmos. And it was stated by Cubic that they are at least infinite 4D or multiversal plus. and that just a no-name celestial is able to transcend them multiple times, and that a no-name is infinitely above them, showing that no-name should at least be complex multiversal 6D and up. And Galactus is able to fight against no-names and even defeat one. But even when they fused into the Mad Celestials, they really did bukkake him. But even so, Galactus should scale at least some no-name Celestials. So you could say like a well or decently fed Galactus should at least be mid-multiversal to high multiversal, scaling off of that. But hold on guys, this is probably not even the strongest version of the Galactus. In fact, there's another version that's just as powerful, if not the strongest version of Galactus to date. Now, if you haven't read Ultimates 1 or Ultimates 2 of 2016, it's a really good story, you should go check it out. But it basically explains how the new cosmic hierarchy works out now. But the cosmic hierarchy has been waxed and waned over years, big changes, new leaps, and advancements of characters that shouldn't be there but has already been there. For starters, in the past, Eternity represents the entire multiverse, but now Eternity, multi-eternity represents the entire omniverse, which houses infinite dimensions, also previously. And in the story, Ultimates was included Black Panther, Blue Marvel, Monica Ram, Captain Marvel, etc. wanted to solve the problem of Galactus' hunger, so they devised a plan to turn him into, instead of a devourer or destroyer of worlds, but a Lifebringer, a creator of worlds, a bringer of life. In doing so, it gave Galactus incredible powers and put him up in new higher levels. But it also upset the balance of the cosmic hierarchy, and Master Order and Lord Chaos, two abstracts, did not find this well and did barely disagree with the outcome of this. So Master Order and Lord Chaos were like, you know, this new change of yours needs to stop. You are not supposed to be the Lifebringer, you're supposed to be the destroyer of the devourer of worlds. That is your role, and you're supposed to stay to it. So you must change who you are to be who you were previously. And Galactus was like, no, I like who I am. I like being a Lifebringer, not a devourer. And they would say, if you do not change who you are, we will change it for you. And Galactus was like, no. And he immediately retaliated against Lord Order, Master Order and Lord Chaos. They even told him that they were always above him in the cosmic hierarchy, and that's how it should be. So he attacked Master Order and Lord Chaos. They attacked back. They couldn't do anything to him. Lifebringer Galactus was like clapping them. He even turned them to little balls and made them run away. So he was able to pretty much slap Master Order and Lord Chaos, right? And the reason this is important because later on, they went to the Living Tribunal and they told him that, oh, Galactus is breaking this rule. He's moving in the cosmic hierarchy. He's not supposed to be this high. And the Living Tribunal was like, you know what? The old cosmic hierarchy was not right. This should make a good change. This is a good change. And Master Order and Lord Chaos was like, no, that's not how we want it. And they murdered the Living Tribunal. This Living Tribunal was Adam Warlock. He replaced the previous Living Tribunal. And you could say he's just as powerful, if not more powerful, than the previous Living Tribunal. And the Living Tribunal in and of itself is the judger of the entire Marvel multiverse, or omniverse if you want to use that, which houses infinite dimensions. And since Master Order and Lord Chaos killed the Living Tribunal, and Lifebringer Galactus slapped Master Order and Lord Chaos prior, you could say that Lifebringer Galactus is high hyperversal off of that. But I will admit the cosmic hierarchy has got pretty messed up now. But either way, going off of this, Lifebringer Galactus should be at least high hyperversal. Another way you can scale is off of the first firmament, when the first firmament was the first iteration of the multiverse, and there were 8 others, such as different iterations of multi-eternity. So multi-eternity is 8 iterations, and there were different iterations before him. And Galactus came from the 6th iteration of the multiverse too. The first firmament also made these Dark Celestials his servants, and the Dark Celestials made their servants, which were the Celestials. And since that the Celestials wanted to create things and make their own way, they revolted against the Dark Celestials, and then they had an entire war. This war was so great it destroyed the first firmament and made another iteration of the multiverse, and so on and so forth. The first firmament did come back, though he was the main villain of the Ultimates 2, but you get the idea. Anyway, the first firmament was the reason why that multi-eternity was chained down. He was the one that chained down the Omniverse, the iteration, and not only that, he sent his Dark Celestials to infect multi-eternity. Not only this, our multi-eternity also encompasses infinite dimensions since he is the Omniverse, so you gotta get the idea of that. So why this is important? Well, Lifebringer Galactus, along with Ego Prime and several others, went to go fight against the first firmament and Logos and the Dark Celestials, and Lifebringer Galactus fought against the Dark Celestials along with Ego Prime, and they were fighting on par with them, and Ego Prime was also destroying them along with Lifebringer Galactus. So you can scale Lifebringer Galactus to high hyperversal also off of this. So, going by statements, scaling, and narrative, Lifebringer Galactus should be high hyperversal, scaling off of this. But that has been the video for today. Hopefully we cleared that misconception that Galactus is only planetary, and he's clearly shown feats that are clearly above that level within his normal state and Lifebringer. But I hope you understand that with the feats I've shown, he's clearly above planetary. But if you like the video, please hit like, share, and subscribe, and also comment down below. Hit that notification button for more videos, and if you want some more video power scaling and versus battles, put it in the comment section down below, and I will gladly accept your requests. If you like the video, like, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.